Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We're back with surviving as a trader in space, and it seems like everybody's evacuated the station for some reason. We last left off with kicking all the NPCs out of chair, and it seems like they abandoned the base for whatever reasons. I'm not sure why, but maybe the mod glitched out while I loaded up the game while I'm in the base. I don't know. I mean, last time I loaded up, they were fine, so kind of confusing, but it's fine. Not a big deal. All right, so we still have a ship to kind of upgrade our newfound assimilated slash merged ship that we've kind of put together. And it's not airtight yet, only because we need a bunch of silicon for glass. So that is our biggest problem that we have here. And we also need a double door system. And of course we have shields, but we're definitely not going to turn that on anytime soon because it is going to waste a lot of power. So kind of one thing I wanted to do for whatever reasons, we do have a number of stuff in our cargo. What if I just dismantled every little thing that we have here and see what we could sell? Maybe that would work out. I don't know. I mean, we could always dismantle it and rebuild it, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. So I guess we could kind of do that. So if we got rid of every little thing that we own, hopefully that'll give us more options to make certain things and even sell certain things as well. So I don't know if this is all gonna work out. I don't think we have 1,000 computers left, do we? All right, so let's move everything into the large cargo container and see what happens first. Okay, we did. All right, so we kind of have to monitor this to slowly get rid of stuff. Oh wait, it's off. So all our assemblers was turned off previously to try to save some power. So we'll put the computers back on. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna skip from one thing to the other thing to disassemble, but it's got a decent amount here to disassemble. All right, here's the computers. We could put that there, or we could put as much stuff here as possible. I think the metal grids will net us a pretty decent amount of items because of the iron, nickel, and cobalt that it requires. But it's the silicon that's the biggest problem, which I don't seem to have too much of at all. We got 6 rockets, which we could get rid of, which is gonna net us more, wow, iron than anything else. Uranium is very minimal, so that doesn't do anything. And I guess while we wait for all this, we should also do something to make money at the same time. I think that's what we should be doing. So let's see what's in the store first. I don't have much money, as we said before, only 4,000. And I don't think the data pad thing came up just yet. There are some things we could buy that has silicon, like a computer, some bottles, but they are kind of expensive as well. I'm gonna find what's the most valuable piece of silicon, basically. And yeah, not much we could sell as well. But I guess while we wait, we could do some search contracts. Although, not a big fan of them all, but if we could make 45 oxygen bottles. Jeez, yeah, uranium not even possible. Oh wow, search contracts we only got 3 to do, which is that's yeah, we're not gonna be able to make much money at all. I'm gonna take. Should I take this? I was thinking of taking it just to make it as a goal to get to that point, to get half a mil here. Probably not a good idea, to be honest. Maybe try to avoid that for now. Yeah, there's not much we can do. I mean, we're waiting for things to disassemble. I guess we could just do the quick search contracts. Just get some money in our pockets, so we can start buying and trading and stuff like that as well. So accept these 3 right now and get a move on while we are disassembling some stuff. I mean, that's, I guess, the most efficient thing to do instead of just sitting around waiting for the items to disassemble. So, oof, low batteries, not good. All right. Oh no, we got 30 minutes. That's fine. We'll back out of the station and look for the quickest point first. All right. So there's two over there and there's one over here. That's 11K. So I guess we go to 11K first, right over here. Then we'll loop back to the top other ones that are closer. Yeah, that makes the most sense. And then we should be fine to loop back to the base. So we're going to go 100 meters per second, leave as is. And hopefully we'll slow down eventually because I don't want to break much of the system. Okay, so it does skip when it doesn't have the certain items. We don't have interior plates anymore? Oh, we do. I don't know why I skipped so far. Or it's because... No, because I threw it in the assembler already. That's why. So it's going to do it that way. Okay, what has a decent amount of silicon? Bottles has a decent amount. So it's 3.33. Ooh. It takes a lot of iron to make bottles too. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense why it's so expensive. Parachute canvases. Canvases. 11.67. Alright, so that might be our best bet to get silicon. And I think we can buy canvases. I think we saw that just before. So that would work. Oh, there we go. So the marker is right over here. So let's turn off that. And if we really want to save energy, I should turn off the iron thrust and let the hydrogen thrust do its thing. That might be a good idea. Yeah. I do need a grouping for this too. I think my grouping's a little bit different. So we have like gas and brakes, but gas is everything forward thrust. Yeah. So I need to turn off all iron thrusters. I'm going to do a set for the backwards because I already have a button for backwards, which is the gas. So if I did this as our MS ion thrust, then we can toggle this one on and off without having to... Actually, no, that doesn't work out because then our backwards one's still running, I guess. I don't know. We have to separate the two, I guess, or something like that. But this should do for the time being. I mean, it's only one iron thruster that can slow down for us anyways, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. All right, our ship is a little bit bigger than it used to be, so hopefully we don't run into anything while we get close to this thing. Wow, we are that close and it's not detected yet. All right, so that's good. Now we head back to the other ones that we saw. So we got to go to 17 kilometers and then 22. And then if the unknown signal's still there, we'll collect it. I highly doubt it at this point. So yeah, turning off the ion thrust, as you see down there, 53 minutes. That's not going to be too bad. Well, 7 hours floating, so that's good too. But floating around, not ideal. Alright, so as I mentioned, since we're all doing this anyways, we can always see what we're dismantling here. And we've got a decent amount of iron and nickel. It's just the silicon that's the problem. Glass, bulletproof glass uses 5, so canvas would be what we should look forward to buying and dismantling to get the glass. Although that's a bit expensive. But we don't really have a choice here, do we? What we do need also is kind of double door these systems so we can do decompression and everything like that. Or do we just decompress the whole entire ship before we leave I mean, that's an option too. Otherwise, we got to put some kind of ventilation towards the top and then down. It doesn't really work out that great, I guess, if we did do that. So maybe we just do a decompression within the ship with just a single door. But they'll be smart to do double doors just in case. I don't know. But I do like the fact that I could just walk around and actually have a good view of everything here. So if I were to, let's just say, run into an asteroid right there, at least I could be pretty wary about it by being able to see it. Okay, so we have that there. We should definitely put a few more seats and stations elsewhere. Like we should have one, maybe one here and here as a seat. So there's a decent amount of control seats. So we could always put those down, like something like this. Or this control station on the flight seat. Maybe a flight seat here, or maybe even back here would be fine. Oh, let's get back in here. All right, we're getting very, very close to where we need to be. So let's turn on our back thrust. Slow down. All right, we'll turn that off to glide a little bit closer. Okay, so we got to be about 20 meters next to it. So we just got to go really slowly so we don't crash into it. I mean, we could crash into it if we wanted to. Oh, it flew away from me. It knows. It knows. No, this is the one that has a sensor and gyro and everything like that, and thrusters, I would believe. So that one would just fly away randomly as close as I get to it. So that is fine. Not feeling a little bit rejected there. So yeah. Okay, I do think we are getting a little bit more power from our solar panels as well. So we had 2, but now we have 4. It looks like only 2 is getting powered up. So let me change that a little bit. And only 1's not getting sun. I'm not sure why. Not a problem. All right, we're getting close to this. I really don't want to be spending too much time so close to the orbit of the planet, because with my luck, I'll end up falling into it with my minimal thrusters. So probably not ideal. Am I gonna hit that? Ooh, I did not hit that. That probably was really, really close, by the way. It's like right in front of me. Right above me. Wow. All right, so work done. That went okay, I guess. How far did I go? I don't know, for some reason when I look at it like this, it doesn't look like it's in the planet. But when I flew to it at the SPSL, I'm saying, that thing was, yeah, in the planet itself. So that's very deceiving by looking at it from the GPS point like that. But no big deal. We'll fly back to our HS base here. Hopefully the data pads recycled, and then we can buy them and hopefully find a new station and everything like that. But that's probably going to take a bit of time. All right, so everything in terms of production, we just got to put some more stuff in the assembler for it to take out stuff. And that'll give us all the materials that we need. That's probably going to take a bit of time, though, for it to all disassemble and everything like that. And with NPCs enabled, I could make friends. Literally make them, instead of inviting a friend or two to join. So I probably won't be ending up doing that anytime soon. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So we're going to get to the base. Probably buy as much canvas as we can, because that seems to be our best bet when it comes to the silicon. Alright, so we don't have to dock into it this time around. Yeah, it should be fine without docking into it. But we should definitely slow down. We'll just crash into it like usual. Why waste the power to slow down? Once we hit it, I'm going to turn it on. There we go. Turn out thrusters, backward thrusters on at least. We bounce back 200 meters. Not 150 meters, which isn't significant. All right, so we'll park ourselves here. Of course, I'm going to park it sideways like this. All right, hopefully that worked out okay. It looks like I missed the door by a lot. Okay. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Just a tad. All right, cool. We just jump off and get into the beacon or the economy base this way. Wait, can we get into this? No, we can't. Yeah, I really do wish we were in one with a bed, because then we can always take money from the beds and everything like that too. All right, so data pads are back on sale. We'll buy all. Ooh, 17. That's a lot. We missed the mark on being able to buy this, the grinder. That stinks. They're a welder? No, they don't have a good welder. Okay, so was it imagining things or did I see canvas? Yes. Ooh, it's cheaper too. It's 2,947 for canvas. And we could almost buy all of them. Do we want to do that? It's a significant amount of silicon doing this, but do you want to waste all our money on it? We could. I mean, what else are we going to buy? we could barely afford medical components. I'm not going to look for a medical room anytime soon. So I think we do it. Yeah. So we did that. And then if we make solar cells and sell it, would that be profitable in any ways? I honestly don't think it would be. But I feel like you just never know. It's going to be a lot harder to calculate only because if we look at production-wise, a solar cell is nickel and silicon, right? So we got to calculate all that. Well, luckily, nickel is just kind of 1-to-1. Silicon is 2. And your canvas is silicon and iron, so it doesn't really work out. But we could calculate it based on silicon and ignore the other piece in some ways, and maybe that would help. Well, not really. That doesn't work out. So you got to find the value of the nickel as well in this case. But, so if you're not looking into the nickel and iron split and just the silicon itself, you would be making a bit of profit on the silicon itself, but not by much. The only good thing is that we gain nickel and we spend on some iron. So loosely, that kind of works out. And then eventually we got to figure out, kind of the cost of everything in terms of the iron and everything like that as well. And also the nickel, which becomes very complicated. Because if you do this conversion, canvas being bought at 2,947, which has 11.67 silicon. So it's pretty much dividing that together, which equals 252 or 253 if we round up. And then solar cell is selling at 699 and it takes 2 silicon. So 699 divided by 2 is 349 or 350 we round up. And that's like 100 space credits difference per silicon. That's not including the small bits of iron that we get from the canvas and lose out on your nickel. And nickel, I think, is usually more expensive than iron by a bit. According to my previous notes, they're about 2.5, 3 times the cost of iron. So that doesn't work out that great. But based on what we collected, we do have a decent amount of nickel. So we could, and that's free collection in some ways. So we could make those solar cells and sell it. So it's not 100% profitable in that sense, but it kind of works. If you think about it, it'll work for our needs in this case. I guess we could just say. All right, so we'll dismantle all of the canvas for now. We should dismantle the missiles. We should keep them, but I feel like we can get rid of them anyways. Let's do the data pad, see what we can find. An EG station. Actually, there's no point of doing that, because what if they're super far anyway? So we'll go through them in a second to find anything close, and then we'll figure out what those markers mean or what that base is. See a lot of MNs there. The EX there. Another EX. MK. EG. I wonder what EG is. I'll look at that in a second. PR. HS. Don't need HS. So unfortunately, we didn't have one that was an SL. So it looks like, yeah, we didn't get anything good. PR is, oh, actually, no. Wait a minute. Did I read that all wrong once before? So what is that station I was looking at? That was pretty close. SPSL. No, SLs are components. So luckily we didn't go there. I read that completely wrong. So actually my list is kind of off here. Hold on. Hold on a second. My list here says MNs and ores and ingots, but we've been to the MN and didn't have ores and ingots. Or did I not go there and check it correctly? Now I'm confused. So I was looking at SL because I was looking at that and thinking that was components. Wait. MK. Did I just see lightning? I don't think I have weather on. That was weird. MK is our ship selling station. MN shipping or an ingot station, according to this list I have here that I found. SPSL would be components, so that's a bad place to go. All right, so that is off from what I initially thought, but I thought we'd been to the MN, and it looks like it was just components. So we're probably gonna have to head back there and see what's going on. Let's look at all the stations first. Right, so there is a PR that's 91 kilometers away. And a PR should be ores and ingots. That's good to know. MN station 2 away. We'll leave that alone. I'm seeing things flash. I'm not sure if you see it. EX is also ores and ingots, which is 146 away, so that's not too bad. SPSL 73, which is in the planet, so we're not going to do that one. Let's get that off. Trade, okay, I'll talk about that in a second. Why that's here and why I didn't go there and showcase it and talked about it and everything like that. All right, so MN's supposed to be ores and ingots. So did I not go there and look at it correctly? Probably. And here's another EX, but they're thousands away. Okay, so we have a few more pointers that are a little bit closer. And seemingly they are within the planet. So that looks like it's in the planet. Shoot. That's not good. All right, so maybe I didn't go to the MN station. Maybe that was just one that was close by. I gotta get around the planet. EX is around the planet. All right, so that might work. Okay, I definitely gotta go around the planet. Start with a PR, and then we'll see if we can get to the MX, the EX here, and then MN. So that kind of works out. That's not too bad. So I think that's our route we're gonna take. Let me just charge up really quickly. I read through all the data pads, get whatever we can out of it. It was a little bit of gravel. And we got 0.2 uranium. Nice. And some platinum as well. All right, so there's still a lot more things to dismantle as well. All right, we got rid of all the pistols, the rockets, so that should be good. But we do need to produce glass. So can our basic assembler here do it? Yes. Let's do that. We need a ton of glass. 5 glass, and we have only about 500 of the silicon. So 5. Shoot. I think we can only make about 100. And 2 or 3 of these will knock out 100. Actually, no, these are fine. These are smaller windows. So we might be okay. We need girders as well. Did we get rid of our girders? I hope not. No, we have 88. So let's just do girders first. All right, we gotta get out of the station really quickly. So let's head to the unknown signal first. And we're just gonna slowly float there. We have time to get there. So let's go about 30 meters per second, and then we can start welding these things up with girders, and hopefully we don't crash. We shouldn't. Hopefully. All right, that should be it with the girders, and the rest is just all glass. So glass. I didn't produce any, so there's that. Did I just get rid of all my glass? Yes, I got rid of my glass instead of actually making my... Oh no, I was making it through the basic assembler. It didn't make it. Okay, that's interesting. Is it because it needs silicon? Probably. And nickel or iron. What does it need to make again? Or no, because it's stuck on disassemble. Okay, never mind. We'll do that. All right. We need to slow down. We got to the unknown signal a little bit quicker than I was expecting and messing around with the assembler and things like that. So we gotta make sure we know where our ship is so we don't lose this. So I'm a little disappointed that the respawn pod GPS marker did fall off of it. I was hoping that it stays on there. That's the whole kind of reason why I actually merged it. The silly reason to do it, but that was one of the main reasons why I merged it, is so that I can get that marker on there and I didn't have to worry about it being lost. All right, so canvas, free money, and free computer. So that's actually pretty worth it. That's gonna help with our glass production. Okay, do we have enough glass yet? No. What's going on with the glass? Production of glass. I don't want computers. Silicon. Okay. It's a bunch of my basic assembler. Oh, once again, basic assembler was off. All right. Me being cheap and trying to save power pretty much helped us forget that everything was off. All right, I got 56 glass so far. That's not too bad. So maybe I shouldn't get rid of this basic assembler. I mean, we could. It seems to be helping us out more than anything. So I might not just get rid of it really quickly. All right, so we need about 16, 16, 32, 62, 92. So about 100 more. And I think we just ran out of production power. We had 24 glass. We ran out of silicon already, which makes sense because it takes 5 and we had roughly about 500. So that would have been 500 silicon down the drain pretty quickly. That is unfortunate. But getting rid of 1 canvas should also net us 2 glass, I think. Oh, I hear you moving. All right. What else is there that we can get rid of that has silicon? I think it was displays, if that works out. And we don't have too many of that. Gravity components, I don't even think we have. Oh, we do have some. Oh, okay. I mean, that's not going to be anything in terms of silicon. So that's kind of pointless at this time. We can get rid of computers for the very, very minimal silicon. 0.07. Very, very minimal. Okay, so looks like we're not going to be able to get airtight. I mean, we could. We could if we did this. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of the 10 if we can. We're close. And we'll get rid of some on this side. So we're gonna salvage our own ship just to get enough to even see if it's airtight. I don't even know if it's airtight. Actually, I'm missing another window here, which I could actually, no, we're good. Oop. We'll take the 10 here. I'm missing 4, which I could potentially get it out of some of these, or I'll get it from that one. That's fine. All right, so our windows are up and we are pressurized. Awesome. That is perfect. Okay. So it would be nice to have a button, or what is the things called? Panels. So one of these panels would be nice to have. Which one was it that I always play around with? I think it was this one. Might not be the best placement for a button. It's such a far reach. That's kind of a bad idea. All right, whatever. The vents. Our vents. We have 3 vents. Pressurized, depressurized, off, off, off. These are our MS air vents. And we're going to put the air vent button here. So where's the air vents? Air vents, air vents, air vents, right here. So toggle on, off. So right now we're unpressurized. We'll depressurize. So then that way. Oop. All right, so that doesn't make sense. I did toggle on, off instead. So where's our control panel or access panel? The button is not on, off. It is depressurized on, off. There we go. Which that also means I gotta turn on the vents now. All right, they're on. Okay, perfect. I need to depressurize it. So I'm gonna suck out all the oxygen back into our tanks. That way we could just leave easily without causing too much issues. Perfect. All right, so if we have steel plates, I can just round these out with these corners, and we have little to no steel plates as well. I mean, this side has it. So okay, actually we're good there. Okay, that's good to go. Ship's good. Time to move on. Let's get to the different bases that we were talking about earlier. So we got to go around. The PR station is up this way. We're going to try to fly above it right over there. So we're traveling 91 kilometers away, which is quite a distance and quite the time. We should be able to make it there not too long. And if this is a failure, we still got to go back to the MN base to see what that's about. Which should have been ores and ingots, which I may have seen it wrong. May have never really got into it and it stayed in the MK base. The MN seemed like it was selling ships too, right? Am I thinking about it all wrong? That's an interesting crouching sound. What's going on? Why am I like standing really, really awkwardly? What's going on? Oh, that's why, because we are... This is what I was afraid of. I'm in the gravity field a little bit. So I do want to fly off away from the gravity field by a lot. So we need to hit close to 240k off the ground. Or is it 42? So we gotta fly. So we're gonna go kind of like that. All right. So we got a bit of time to fly around, so not too worried about that. Our hydrogen tank is good. Oxygen tank is not the greatest. That's fine. We're depressurized right now because we're gonna head outside. Why? Because we're gonna do our gyrating, panning, camera system. And at first I was thinking rotor, hinge, camera would do it, but someone did bring up a good idea. A basic searchlight will do. So hopefully we have enough mats to make a searchlight, but a searchlight would be perfect for what we need it to do, and it's to pan around a little bit. We could put it down here where we can't see too much. Or do we put on top right here? We should probably have put it right over here. Then we can see based on this view. I mean, we still could kind of do that. Except, do I stick it out one or do I leave it like this? But then I can't see the sides. So, let me do this. Maybe we go with this, or maybe beam blocks would work too. But I'm thinking we do that for now. And we can put the searchlight right over here. We're missing motors and computers. Computers a little hard to come by at the moment, so hope we have all that. Yes. Here we go. So we got a searchlight right there, and that should help us and be able to look at what we need to look for. Did our ship stop? We're flying at 50 meters per second for some reason. Let's just get that going. Right. So, searchlight will help us with not having to do all the craziness with a hinge, rotor, and everything like that. And that's like 3, and a camera, which is like 3 blocks. Searchlight, 3 blocks in 1. That's perfect. So now here we can pan, as you see here. I don't even know which is up and down at this point. I guess we can rotate it to be up and down. Doesn't really matter. So this here should be... What am I looking at? This is the side wall. This is the bottom, I think. What am I looking at is the biggest problem now. Let's see. I see blue. So let's see why. What is... Oop, I moved the ship a little bit. What is blue on here? If I'm seeing blue, it is the bottom. Okay. That's good to know. Nope. We are in the gravity again, so we gotta get out of it. Alright, so controlling this, if I look down... No, seeing blue like that doesn't help. Actually, that's something else. So... Here, this is the bottom piece. So we want to look... we can't even look up that great. So, why is that? Because the searchlight is put in the wrong way around. So, we have problems there. I think the spotlight can't be done that way because it limits it from the view. It should be planted down on this block, I think, in order to be a better view. And I think based on the picture, the little shaping right here is the front. We'll put that here. And hopefully that works better. I think so. Alright, in we go. Searchlight we look for. Hit control, hit 4, and boom. So down should be here. Perfect. So now I can see a lot better in terms of everything. Not a lot, but decent view. In terms of running into things on the top scale. We need something on the lower end too, just in case we decide to hit anything on the lower end of the ship. The PR station definitely looks like it's in the planet. So that is gonna be a no-go, but that's fine. We're gonna keep flying forward until we get around, because we need to look at the MN base and everything like that anyways. Okay, so here's the unfortunate news based on our newfound camera. The IGPA station is right there, which is within the planet. So that is not great. The MN station is on the other side still, so they got ways to go. and the EX station is on the other side. So the problem with this now, it looks like everything that we're finding is kind of close by in the planet. So we're going to keep moving forward a little bit, moving past the PR station and see if the EX and MN station here is going to be in the planet itself. So it's very disappointing, but it is what it is. All right, so we made it a little bit further out as we saw the PR station was within the planet. All right, so after going through the PR station, finding that's on the ground, we're looking at MN and EX, and same problem. So here's your MN, which is looking like it's going to be right there. And your EX is looking like it's right there. So both in the planet, both useless to us in all its ways. I think the MK stations within the planet as well. Actually, no, we probably went to that one. All right, so the ones we went to were ships because we didn't have markings. We just went there to find it. So I think at this point we are a little bit further away from the DS station 152 and between the moon one. So actually we could head back to the moon one, but I mean the DS station, but I don't think I want to. Actually, I should. Because they had components, not just what's it may call it, ships and things like that. So it's more worth it to go to that one, but I don't know. Do I want to explore and see if this MK base is in the station? I mean, in the planet or outside of the planet? It's probably within the planet, to be honest. I kind of want to get back to the ship selling bases for now. Just for a second. And then we're going to find a way to fly back all the way to DS base. Or maybe we'll find an even closer station elsewhere with data pads and things like that. So let's just see where that all goes. And see what we can sell too. So maybe we'll just jot down what we sell. Okay, so it looks like we got a bit of a problem. Here's a drone facility. Is that a base or is that something that moves? But we're kind of flying a little close to it because we're heading to our eco bases that are near one another. One being this one right here, the UNMK, which is not marked. I should have made a GPS marker for that, but it's not marked currently. I don't know if the marker that we did here was to meet up with the two different bases that weren't too far away. So hopefully this thing is not going to shoot us down or come after us because we have no weapons, nor do we put on our shields. So the worst that can happen, we might have to run as quickly as possible once we get into the MK beacon right over here. Yeah, that might be the case. Oh, it's a little bit close. They might send a drone potentially, so that's definitely not what I want. All right, so these were the main two basically were not MNs. MN is what we were looking for and hoping that would be a close base, but it's in the planet, so that's what not great for us at this point. But yeah, we'll go to the UNMK base for now. Get the markers. Maybe we'll find something with the data pads. Hopefully, can we even afford anything from the data pads? Probably not. But we do have some funds. Oh wow, we have no money here, but we have some lying in our inventory, I think. Or I thought, yeah, we have 23k. All right, so that's not too bad. Okay, so I'm just hoping the drone facility is not going to send us anything that we have to fight. So let's just hope for the best. All right, so it looks like we made it to the UNMK base. We're 16 away from the drone facility, which is still showing up, so that's a little scary. All right, so where is the connector point? There's one over there, and there's one right here. So this is probably the one I want to use. Although all outdoors are more kind of closer to the sides, but we should be okay. I hope a drone does not show up. All right, I don't know how high we need to be for this connector to connect. we may or may not be a little too... Oh, we actually got it perfect. Interesting. Am I getting the feel for the ship? In a sense? I think we might be. That was like a perfect shot right there. Wow. Interesting. All right, so let's just get to this base. And another reason why I wanted to go into these bases, I can loot up whatever is left in here in these lockers. And plus, they have beds, which I can also grab the loose change, whatever they leave in there. So that's the best part about it. I mean, the freights may or may not carry stuff. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Did the NPC mod break for some reason? It may have. I don't see anything here anymore for some reason. Where's our cargo? So we have funds in our ship, actually. Unluckily, we connected it. So it's 23k. Withdrawal deposit. Oh, 23k. Deposits. And 703. Deposit. Okay, so now we have 24,000 credits. All right, so again, we can't really buy too much. Ooh, they don't have data pads. That's not good. But we could always sell a decent amount of stuff here too for money. That's the good thing about these bases. If it was close by to a component base, that we can make and sell things as we go. But as it stands, it's a little bit harder to gain the materials that we need because we can't buy much to dismantle unless we buy ships to dismantle them, which could be quite costly as well. It would be nice to have this, but we have to do a lot of search contracts in this case to get that one. Yeah, it's not much we can do. We can sell some stuff if we want to, but I think we're gonna hold out for now. I was really hoping for a data pad and everything like that. Oh, that was interesting. I didn't know they had pictures on there. Ooh, they did send a drone, so that's... Ooh, that's not good. I mean, I could probably dismantle it really easily with my grinder. But that requires me to be outside, so that is not great. And is the rooms downstairs? I forget. Yes, they are. Here we can. Oop, we get 7k. We get some weapons if we need to. I did not mean to sleep in this bed. I did. All right, so there's that. Down here should be another identical room. This one has a grill, so we can take that. I'll keep entering the bed itself. Now I got 13k. So this is easy money to get the loose change. All right, so this is not a good base to be in because we do have the drones coming at us. So we got to get away from this. We have to get back to the other base with components. We can't sustain life here, basically, because we don't have the trading power. We could make money from the search contracts and then kind of worry about buying a ship and grind it down. We could do that, but it seems a little bit more on the ridiculous side to do something like that. Yeah, we would have to do a lot. So this would have net us 200 right here, just doing 4. And we need about 800 of it. So that's not going to work out. Oof. Can we make enough steel plates and get 300? I mean, is that even worth it? Probably. That would be an easy contract to do. I'm just going to do it if I have that. 262 steel plates. And don't forget, I could also put in 13,000 that I found in the beds. Okay, so can we make all those steel plates? I think so, because we got rid of all the what's it called too? The large steel tubes. So we could do that. The drone is probably gonna come in here and mess with me a little bit, I think. Or do they stay outside? And oh, it just entered. All right, so this drone is trying to shoot me with its cannon. So it can get me if I'm out here. Trying to get, I could get behind it. If it flies behind, I should be fine. This almost looks like our ship too, if we were looking at it like this. So maybe I make our tail design to look like this too. Would be an interesting idea. It's targeting my ship more than it's targeting me. So that's the biggest problem there as well. Okay, so we gotta find a way how to deal with this drone. I could get my pistol and shoot it if anything. But like I said, it's targeting my ship, I think. If I flew away, is it gonna follow? It might. Oh, I can get to it and can control it. Oop. Ow. Oh, he went back in. Come on out. Come on out. Let's just tease you a little bit. Don't know what it's trying to shoot, but it's trying to shoot me or something. There's a reactor in here. That is going to be good for us. Also a warhead in there, so that's a little bit dangerous. Alright, so it's not coming out anymore. I cheesed it a little bit, but didn't get too much out of it. I need it to come out so I can just finish it off, I guess. Kind of using the shield to my advantage, which is, again, a little cheesy, but whatever. I'm kind of desperate here. And if we don't want to be cheesy, I could just get rid of whatever that I found here. So I'm just going to use it to my advantage, to be honest. I mean, a few reactor components not going to do anything. It didn't drop the uranium that I was hoping for. That would have been a lot better, but that didn't happen. Right, 262. Why are you shooting? Stop shooting. Are you inside or outside? You're outside if you're shooting. Ah, I can't take anything out. I mean, once I go outside with the ship, it's definitely gonna chase me down. So that's where it gets worrying. All right, you're gonna waste your bullets, and you waste your bullets, I'm gonna just scrap you down anyway. So you go have fun at it. All right, I can get my monies and finish this one off. Did I take it? I think I did, right? Yeah. All right, so we got some money there. Great. That we ain't gonna do. Search contracts we could do if we wanted to. Probably gonna hold off for now. This probably didn't refresh just yet. And again, the cheapest thing I could probably buy is this. Limited capacity, quick and nimble, small size, great choice for starting miner. So there's a miner. Oh, it has 2 drills and it's hydrogen based. If anything, I would probably hope for an ion based chip. But again, that's really cheap. Oh, here, the ion light scout. So it has weapons on it too, so we could use it to fight a little bit. Do we work to make this ship? I kind of want to do that. Kind of. All right, we have no weapons or shields on our ship, so that makes it a little bit harder to even do anything with this drone. It's a pain. I can grab his gyroscope for fun. Grab that. Grab your iron thrusters. Like I said, this is a bit cheesy, but I am a bit desperate right now. So I'm going to use the shield to my advantage. Or cheesy advantage. And just grind it down as much as I can. Oh, you had to go in there with the warhead. I mean, I was hoping to get more out of you. I just need to get the battery out of its way, and then I could and it would be fine. I don't even know where the battery is, to be honest. It's probably a small battery, or is it, there's another reactor in here, I think. Um, yeah, I don't know where you're getting your power from, to be honest. Oh, yeah, small reactor right on the side right there. That's where you're getting power. You have 2 small reactors, actually. Oh, you have more. You have a ton of small reactors. Jeez. You are probably running... I could just crash right into this thing and blow it up. Actually, no, it has a warhead that I think is armed, too. So that's a little dangerous. Yeah, I think that's definitely armed. Unfortunately, I don't want to deal with it. I do want to just get rid of it, get out of its way, but I could just fly away. Luckily, they didn't send another drone. If they send more than 1 drone, that would be more of a pain. All right, we need to get back to the other station so we can work on our trading. We should come back and get that light scout if we have enough credits to do so, but that could wait. I'm gonna chance this again and try to get this drone's attention. All right, we are towards the back again, and I think we should take out the reactors. And that should kill its power. It's got no gyroscope, so it can't turn and attack us, which is the greatest thing about it. All right, there goes the reactor. Oop. It had some uranium, so this, again, it's cheesy, but... Well, not really. I disabled it enough with some advantage. Ooh, I just got rid of that uranium. That's not good. All right, I think I disabled it. It should be fine. I could just keep it and merge it into something nice, but I'm just gonna scrap it for parts. I think I flew quite far away from our beacon, and yeah, we're slowly falling into the moon, I think. All right, let's gonna scrap the very important pieces really quickly, move on from this. They might even send another drone, so I gotta be careful about that. And I'm running out of power, which is another thing that's not great. I need to charge up and come back for this thing, which, oof. So that's not great. All right, we are likely gonna lose that advantage of breaking that thing down. Great. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I should be able to make it. Just slowly calm down. All right, there we go. As much as I wanted to cheese it a little bit and take down that drone, didn't work out because it kind of flew into the moon, I think. And I mean, I got some uranium, but I also destroyed a decent chunk of it as well. I think I could still see it right there. If it hasn't fallen all the way to the moon yet, I am gonna grab it. Oof, we are in the moon's gravity just a bit. All right, so I have time to just grab this thing. And I'm gonna grab the ion thrusters because that's important. And that's a little bit harder to get in terms of the thrusters. Ooh, I am falling really deep into the moon. I really don't want to fall in the moon. So I'm gonna grab as much as I can really quickly. I think that's it, right? An antenna. Ooh, we're getting too close. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. Nope, we're not going down there. We are not falling down there. We could, I guess, but it goes a jetpack out of there. Let's not do that. All right. That was a bit cheesy, but it had to happen. I have no weapons. If I have weapons, maybe I'll just go out and let it shoot it down a little bit. But when it comes to being desperate, I am desperate in terms of mats. Otherwise, it's gonna take forever to do certain things. I mean, it's still gonna take forever to do certain things, even though what I took from it. So I got like, this is pretty much my loot that I got from that whole thing. So reactor components and thruster components and a little bit of uranium. That's the big plus that I got out of it. Was it worth it for being a bit cheesy? Not really. But it's not like I'm gonna do it and farm it as it comes along, because I think we're too far. I think it was when we were close, like 9K away from it, it sent the drone after us. That's probably why I did that. All right, so this base is gonna be a bust because we can't really do too much. Actually, we probably still could. We could do a couple of search contracts and everything, make some money, buy that Iron Scout ship if we wanted to. We could try to plug it into our ship somehow. That would be great too. But I feel like all that would be kind of pointless though. We need what we really need to do is go on a mission to find those ore and ingot bases. We can't sustain. We really can't sustain life just being here with a ship selling one and a component selling base. I mean, component selling base, technically, in some ways, yes, we can. It's going to take a lot longer, but we got to keep looking for a ingot and ore mining station. Not seeing anything. 13 MN 13 MN. Ooh, where's that? I need to know. Okay. EX. What did we say EX was? EX is a mining base. That's pretty far away. That could be the one that I already had highlighted, but yeah, it's likely the one I already had highlighted. I'll just put it on again. All right, so I did promise we were talking about the trade station. So the trade station, honestly, is the first place we actually ran into. And we ran into it and not knowing my mic was not on. So I did a whole session of it talking to nothing. So no voice, no nothing. The base was interesting, which it didn't have beds and everything like that I could find. It had contracts, it had stores, and an upgrade facility for our suit, I think it was. So we're going to find another one eventually for that. It's to avoid you from getting the jetpack being disabled when you get close to a base and things like that. But I couldn't access anything. So even the store and the contracts, their rep was a neutral, but I couldn't have access to anything. So it was kind of not worth really doing anything about it in that case. So I got to find a way to get neutral with them. Eventually, at the end of the day, I try to do propose peace, and I think they accepted it in that way. So I'm not sure if that's going to give us access. I highly doubt it. So that's that was pretty much the trade base. It was good exploration of it, good explanation of what's going on, looking at it. But again, there was no voice involved, so I just cut it all out, to be honest. So that's that. For those who are curious why I had a trade GPS marker. All right, so let's go outside. Looks like there's no more drones, so that's good. That's perfectly fine. We did have that MN base that was like really close. Where is that market? Did I not get it? MN, yeah, right here. 13K, and it's in the moon, it looks like. So, and that's really close to the drone facility too, I think. Yeah, that's in the moon. The moon I could probably get down to with my current ship, but like I said, we're not gonna land on a moon or a planet. I don't plan to do it that way. Shoot, we're not very lucky here, are we? Yeah, it's not much we can do about that. I'm gonna go for the unknown signal really quick and think about what's our next course of action here to sustain ourselves. We could do a blind travel and hope for the best too. Probably not the best idea, obviously. We could go to a drone facility and see if we can take it out. But currently with no weapons, I don't even have a rifle on me. So that's not going to really work out. All right, so what we can do is head into the next base, see if there's more data pads, and hope for the best in that way. Or do we circle around the moon and hope we find some other stations? I mean, if there were stations, each one 11K away, that would be awesome, but I highly doubt that, to be honest. So what can we do? I don't know. We're gonna go to. I'm just gonna fly to the other station. It's 11K away, so it's not too bad. So we're just gonna go that way and kind of reassess what we can do. All right, so we made it here. This is our first base that we kind of went to, the first economy base actually. So it's another ship selling base, but we can always use the data pads if it has data pads. Sold today. Ooh, that's a big antenna that we just ran into. Where is the docking port? It looks like it's right over here. I am probably not gonna dock into it. I don't need to do that. And I do need to get back to the component base because they did sell hydrogen. The DVHS base. Hydrogen is very important for our ship because we don't have a lot of power and we're using mostly hydrogen to fly. So we got to be careful of that too. All right, we got some pistols here. And here's the store. Contracts. And I forget where the beds are, but it might be back here. Just to see if there's any cash that we can grab. Grab that. Ooh, here's another nice little station. Ooh, what is this? Flare gun clip. Nice. Here's some nice little bunk beds and toilets. Any money? Money here. And no money here. Okay, so store-wise, is there any cheap ships that we can buy? Ooh, I don't know. We've seen it. These are a little bit cheaper than the ones over there. So we're not even that far from an Iron Scout with a Gatling gun and everything like that. But do we really want to buy something like that? Probably not. A tug ship? Oh, it has a lot of ion thrusters too. That's interesting. Starter ship Mark 1. This is ion thrust also. Ooh, it'd be nice to buy something like this and then merge it with our ship as well. Yeah, so we could sell our reactor components for money if we want to, but I think more valuable to keep it for now. Yeah, this is turning out to be not so great. As you see here, the stores don't sell hydrogen, so that's why we need to get back to the component base. That's one of the main reasons why we were there for a while too, so we can maintain our energy, our thrusters, and movement and things like that. So definitely gotta head back. With all the ammo that I found, do I have 70 magnesium powder? That would give us a decent amount of money right there. 70 magnesium powder. Highly doubt I have that many. I mean, explosives. Almost 0.67. So yeah, everything I have in terms of ammo is very minimal. So that's like one. Yeah, everything I got from the drone is very minimal. So was it cheesy? Kind of. Yes, using the shields for my advantage, but it was necessary because as you see here, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling to kind of do what I really wanted to do. But the main aspect of it was surviving. So or trading and surviving, I should say. There is something I kind of really want to take care of as well. And that is the connector. So I want to put a piston with the connector if I could. Instead of having it the way it is now. I mean, with a piston and a connector, would that wig out a little bit with clang? Probably. I'm willing to risk it if we're connecting into a base. So this thing wasn't long enough for the HS base that we have back there. So I need to edit this out a little bit better so then we can have that motion. It looks like this is the last connector for it. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to change it to conveyor junction. And then put in the piston here. So now it's pretty much about the same length in a way. Can this reverse without any problems? Yes. Okay. Yeah, pretty much the same length as it was previously, but just stick it out a little bit. Perfect. So now with this there, we can at least extend it out a little bit further if we need to connect to a connector. So we kind of turn this thing into more of a grower instead of a shower in this case here. There we go. So that is where we get our length from now. We can edit this out a little bit now too, I think. Actually, yeah, we can. So we could do a full thing like this. Or this block here. Until we get to that. Yeah, that should be fine. And we'll do a half block here to cover that up. And we're good to go. To connect to it, it's still kind of a touch and go situation to be able to see it. If I can see it from my camera up there as it's extended, that could work. So it being the belly of the ship being out there a little too much, would I be able to see? Yes, I can. Just the tip. All right, let's just not get too crazy here. We'll just do, where is this? Reverse. All right, perfect. So we'll reverse that, and when it goes back in, it should be okay. The design shouldn't bug it out too much, I would hope. I don't want to do something with this, and it was gonna be like a full block too, like that. Can we just do it that way, or kind of don't want to spend all the mats on things too? So maybe we could do beam blocks, but we could do this too. I think that'll work. That'll be 19 versus 25 blocks instead. Perfect. All right, so there we go. So that's looking as it was before. A camera can see it. So this is perfect. So now we can head back to the HS base and kind of stick around there so we can maintain our hydrogen, as we're gonna burn out a lot of our hydrogen anyways. We should put a lot more what's it called? It's two. A lot more hydrogen thrusters if possible, because we can move a lot faster if we have two more maybe. We're moving pretty quickly anyways because it's space, but it would be nice to be able to push a little bit faster, especially when we're going to get to the point of dogfighting quite soon with some weapons and things like that. Well, maybe not quite soon, but eventually. So we want to be able to move quickly and maneuver, because right now it's a little slower than I would like it to be. Let's pick up this unknown signal, see what it's all about. Where is the button? There. Didn't find anything. Thank you. All right, here's more canvas. And then really gotta be careful with the canvas, because when you're grinding down the canvas, you can accidentally, grinding down the parachute hatch, you can accidentally grind down the canvas itself and it becomes scrap. So that's always something I've been kind of be careful of. I wasn't careful when I was grinding down the reactor and the uranium came out. I think I scrapped it with the grinder a bit, but oh wells. Alright, we're gonna have to close the door since it's gonna be a long trip. We can pressurize the base. Get some of that oxygen in here. We can refill our bottle. Oh wow, we actually went down a lot here. We go refill the bottles. Production wise, we can get rid of more of these as well. Why are we still getting rid of? Oh, I just threw it in there. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of a bunch of these. So luckily, data pads do have mats. Not a significant amount, but it does have silicon, so that works out. We're gonna have to fly over to the HS base, I think. All right. Everything else is a planetary base, which is unfortunate. So back to the DVHS base we go. All right, we are back at the DVHS station, and we can test out our newfound piston connector, and hopefully it doesn't wig out, or clang out, I should say. All right, I'm gonna hit it to stop as we always do. All right, not even one thing of a noise, but okay, that's fine. All right, so the connector was on this side. Here we go. So back to this, our favorite base for now, because it has everything we need in terms of powering up the ship and everything like that, such as hydrogen. And I think we're gonna have to turn on the hydrogen engines as well, for now, to use up some of the hydrogen. We'll buy more hydrogen if we drain it, but our batteries definitely need to refill up a bit. All right, so we get here. We said we're gonna extend the piston, and then we can always look down to kind of make sure we are connected or not. Like this little spotlight right there showing that right there. Where is piston? Oh wait, we can still fly this thing too, so that's good. Oh, we need to get down a little more. And there, ooh, we bounced off a little bit. What's going on? And we are good for connection. All right. And we're locked in. All right. Let's do recharge because I think we have our hydrogen engines running. That should take out from there. Oh, I almost wasted my oxygen. Let's get your oxygen back into the O2 tanks. And open the door. Get back to base and see what's up. I think the NPC mod kind of glitched out. I haven't seen any NPCs at any of the stations. So we're alone once again. I mean, it says crew enabled. So I'm not sure what happened there. Ooh, 18 data pads. All right, we buy 18 data pads. We don't need any more canvas, so we should be okay. Girders, 428. That's just gonna get us iron. It shouldn't be too bad. I think it's still gonna be at a loss, but we don't even know what we're gonna build at this point. To be honest, we just need to make money fast. Pretty sure we can make 111 motors. I'm gonna take that. And ooh, a lot more search contracts. All right, perfect. So do we do all the search contracts? Yeah, I think so. But I think I'm gonna do that off camera for now. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, you know what to do. That is like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.